Hello everyone and welcome back to a new round here of the Daily Gaming News at the New Byte. My name is Downstairs and thanks again for tuning in. Let's jump into the news because big first bit of news actually is that we get Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint on October 4th apparently, and yeah, the whole part actually was leaked yesterday. Some German users actually managed to get the screenshot here of the Wolves Collector's Edition, and on top of that a little bit more information. So what's the big gist of it? Well, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is basically the continuation of the Wildlands story with what we've seen this week, actually at the beginning of May, with Operation Oracle. John Bernfer, who also plays the Punisher in the Marvel and Netflix TV series, played there the character of Cole D. Walker, and apparently that same character will also be the bad guy then in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Of course, you got the whole part of the story on our website on thenewbyte.com, so check it out right there, and you can see all that I've not mentioned yet so far. But that's basically everything what we know so far. Tonight, from Thursday to Friday, we have a live stream where actually everything will be revealed, so we will update, of course, with a new article on the website to show everything that we know then officially. And in financial news, we actually got to hear the EA financial report. I partially reported up at it yesterday already, but we saw a few more numbers getting updated now. So I finally got to talk about how EA and Origin Access have over 3.5 million subscribers, and EA is even seeking out to add more third-party games to that service, which is kind of interesting, but not totally surprising. I think there's even games like Unraveled 1 and 2 on this service, which are not originally EA produced, but of course sort of published through them anyway. So we will definitely see more games coming around for that service, literally delivering more of a Netflix vibe to the whole thing. On top of that, also we reported this week that yes, also EA Access is coming to PlayStation 4, so this July, starting then for $4.99 per month or for $29.99 US a year, you can also get EA Access on PlayStation 4 on top of that. And EA is also looking into changing up its development strategies, coming on with Anthem's troubled launch, of course, which are partially because of the technical issues, partially also because of some things that were problematic at BioWare itself. So Andrew Wilson actually stepped forward and said that it is going to be changing a lot. As games have gotten bigger, that system isn't working as well as it done years gone by. So what you would expect from us is that it's not just about changing the development process in the game, it's not just about changing the QA process in the game, although both things are being changed dramatically inside our organization right now, but it also comes down to changing how we launch games, Wilson explained. You should expect that we start to test things like soft launches, the same things that you see in the mobile space right now. It also comes down to changing how we communicate with players. Our entire marketing organization now is moving out of presentation mode and into conversation mode and changing how we interact with players over time. Seems interesting, good luck with that, and hopefully future releases will get better, I guess, overall. We definitely don't want to see another Anthem release being repeated. And in more quick news, if you can speedrun, there's a speedrunning fan actually offering up to $4,000 US, whoever can break this Super Mario 64 world record. Then Mike Patel, and with a studio, Good Shepherd Entertainment, is doing the John Wick game, and it's a strategy game actually. It's called John Wick Hex, and let's take a quick look into it because it actually looks really cool, very stylized, and because it's a strategy game, it's not fully like action game, but it is coming out on the Epic Game Store for Mac and Windows first, and coming to consoles even later. And then regarding CD Projekt Red, we have seen that they have a new fan store actually, and they open already merch. And yes, the merchandise even includes merch for Cyberpunk 2077. And for example, we could get this Gerald Ronin figurine, which is awesome, but also kind of pricey. Look at this, there's even more artwork created for Gerald here, as you see, even different designs, so check it out all in the video description down below if you want to see the full set of images. Konami has actually released the soundtrack for Castlevania on Spotify, Google Play and Apple Music, so if you want to see that, and all the music there's here, there's quite a lot of albums, 10 of them. Overall, you can see all the links, of course, in the video description down below. And since yesterday, the new anti-team kill measures for Rainbow Six Siege are live on all systems. Coming on to more larger news actually in the end, we see that Tencent pulls PUBG Mobile, and they changed it around with a completely different game, which is the same game, but you know, it's easier to market in China. So yeah, actually Tencent has taken down PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and replaced it with Game for Peace. Yeah, it's called now Game for Peace. It's basically the exact same game, but because you can't kill people in there, you know, you actually just go along there. Let me mute this for a second. You just shoot them, and then they sit down and then wave at you. They even give you the loot right in front of you. And that change overall allows Tencent to actually market this game in China now, because it's not against the core values, you know. And they actually are even allowed to use microtransactions inside the game now. And talking about microtransactions as the last bit of news, yes, a US senator wants to legislate loot boxes in games targeted at children. There's so many things wrong with that, and actually also very much right with that. First part, actually, legislation coming to video games. To protect, of course, consumers. I think this is always great, you know. There should always be, of course, consumer protection active for everything that's in the business, and a microtransaction basically is everything that. And top of that, with loot and microtransaction gambling, basically, that's inside of games. It's good to see that there is something happening. If the games corporations are not doing it themselves, then the nations have to go in. And after Belgium and so many other countries, now the US is also apparently making the first moves in that direction. The second part actually is very interesting, because targeted at children is, we also see like grown-up people, mostly men, of course, because a large part of the gamers are actually male, spend lots of money on them because they have the money even. So I would really hope that this is more like a, hey, this is not just about saving the children, this is just basic consumer protection, you know. But regardless of that, the freshman Senator Josh Hawley, a Republican from Missouri, today proposed guidelines for new legislations on loot boxes. His potential bill, which would be titled the Protection Children from Abusive Games Act, could apply new consumer protections to games played by minors. If you want to read the whole part, of course, yourself, it is also linked in the description down below, but definitely interesting to see what's going to happen with that in the future. What do you think about it? Let me know in the video description down below. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.